versatile pocket page is the P72 or Fantastic 5. What this is are 5 pockets that are 5 by 7. Some of them, well, this is 5 by 7. This is 7 by 5. But essentially the same dimension, 5 inches by 7 inches. That leaves this cute little tiny pocket in the middle, which is like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. Well, it's technically 2 by 2, but there's some seams and stuff going on there, so it's like 1.5 inches. This pocket holds so much. The obvious thing that it's going to hold are 5 by 7 photos. So if you're trying to organize those 5 by 7 photos, getting them ready to be sorted and put into an album, or take to a crop to put them in an album, the 5 by 7 pocket works great for that. It's a no-brainer for stickers, obviously. Oh, this is upside down. There we go. It's a no-brainer for stickers. Obviously, they're all going to fit in there. All of these are upside down. I've been holding them all upside down. Look at that. Perfect for embellishments. Lots of embellishments come in this size package. Now, one of the things about this type of embellishment, so this is a 3-dimensional embellishment. It's got pop dots on the back. It has a lot going on each one of these embellishments. What I did was I just cut the top of the package off, and I preserved the actual packaging, which is really thin and lightweight, but it allows me to slide that into the pocket here and even kind of manhandle it a little bit without worrying about catching the edges or corners of any of those embellishments on the page or on each other, or things coming unstuck or loose or anything like that. So it really works great for that. Same thing here. I've got these tiny little metal tree embellishments in the middle, so I was able to make use of that small page. This package is a little bit bigger than 5 by 7, but I'm able to just leave it sticking out of the top of the pocket, so I didn't have to cut that at all, although you could if you wanted to cut that pocket top off. It's going to fit in there, so you can actually put the flap over the top. Works great for stamps. Actually, in this page, I've got an unmounted rubber stamp and the coordinating embossing folder that goes with it in that pocket. So obviously, this is going to be in my winter or Christmas section. I'll remember I have that embossing folder. I'll remember I have that stamp. They're together. They're easy to see, easy to use. Any kind of unmounted stamp is going to fit in there, right? So 5 by 7 is a super versatile size. It's great for, of course, card making supplies as well. And you can see I've got a lot of stuff stuffed in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 card blanks in there, so that's like 12 pieces of cardstock, right? Because obviously they're folded in half. So a great way to store cards and card blanks. Super easy to use. Cards that you've made, cards that you're going to give away, are going to store in there with no problem as well, at bigger card sizes. Embossing folders. So in here I've got embossing folders. I've got also the little trim piece that goes with that embossing folder right in there in the pocket, so I remember to use it. Let me give you a little tip on your embossing folders. Well, embossing folders are difficult to see what the pattern is actually going to look like. But oftentimes on the package, you're going to find a picture of what, well, not often, always. Is it true always? I would say generally. Sometimes it's on the front, sometimes it's on the back. There's a picture of what that embossing folder is going to look like. So this is obviously an Anna Griffin design. This is just a regular Sizzix design. You want to know what that's going to look like, and you want to have an easy reference to what that looks like. So by cutting the picture off the package, I just put it on this one. This is just on paper on the package. This is really important. I ran this piece of paper through my Xyron and I put it on the embossing folder like a sticker. It's really thin. It isn't going to impact the design of the embossing folder at all. Learn from my mistakes, everybody. I did that also initially with one of these, which is not really thin. It's part of the chipboard packaging. And when I ran it through the machine, wherever this square was just a flat square in the design on the paper that I was trying to emboss on. How to solve it? Instead of putting it on there like a sticker with your Xyron, just take a piece of regular tape, or you could use fancy cute washi tape if you wanted to, and hinge it on there, right? So now when I'm going to use this embossing folder, I'm going to put the paper in the embossing folder, and I'm going to feed it, I'm going to put this back like that, I'm going to feed it through the machine, and then when I get it out of the machine, I can close that back up. So I'm able to see what that embossing folder is going to look like and use it without having to take this something off and on. I just have it hinged on there. So let me put these back. Here we go. Close that little flap. Now, you can use shut your flap tabs on these. Embossing folders are a little bit heavier. So if you wanted to use a shut your flap tab on there to help keep that flap closed and not get bent up by mistake, that's a great solution or a great way to use the shut your flap tabs. If you're unfamiliar with the shut your flap tabs, they come in two different sizes, a small one and then a large one. They're great for labeling things as well, but what they are is like a plastic sticky note. So they're not, when you use one, it's not like putting a piece of tape on your flap. It's just enough stickiness to pull that flap down, and then that little colored piece also helps you to know where the flap edge is, so it's easy to open the flap also on that. So the shut your flap tabs actually work great to open your flap. So the Fantastic Five, one of our most versatile and most popular pages, 5 pockets, which are 7 by 5, 5 by 7, with this little guy in the middle. So you've got 4 big 5 by 7 pockets and then one tiny pocket in the middle. The Fantastic Five, which is SKU number P72.